as I was going through the live dogs, okay, I have a solid list, more consolidated list. Typically the number of teams that I normally like on a regular week, not just like every dog that is possibly out there. When we talk live dogs, based on our conversation, I don't think we begin on Sunday. We have to begin tomorrow. If we like the Commanders ATS, we're saying that there's this overreaction on Green Bay a little bit. Give me the better quarterback, getting more than a field goal. We like Washington as a live dog, right?
Absolutely. I have even thought about taking the money line, but I will probably just find myself taking the 3.5 just in case the Packers win 24-23 or something like that. I try not to get too greedy, but you're starting to see these 3.5s. If you like the dog, they're getting expensive. So at BetMGM, to take the 3 and a hook, you got to lay $1.15 now. Okay, got it. And other books, Circa, Chris, already down to 3. So the hooks are disappearing. Buckeye has a juice 3 on Green Bay, 3 minus 125. So you're seeing these sharper books come off the 3.5. Mm-hmm. That's good for us, I would think, to see the line go from 3.5 to 3. Of course it is. And then you see, books like Superbook, 3.5 even money if you want to take the Packers. So that plus 3.5 is minus 120. The hooks are getting expensive, which is usually a sign that the hooks are going to go away. BetMGM is still 3.5 minus 105. But I would not be surprised at all if we got closer to kickoff tomorrow and we see this game painted 3. Would not surprise me. I really can't wait. I said this earlier. Cannot wait for the Micah Parsons and Jayden Daniels chess match. And I think Washington has a lot to like offensively. If they can run the ball and win the TOP, that ever important time of possession, I can't wait for the potential to see a Jayden Daniels and Jordan Love, Jayden Daniels, Jordan Love. Say that 8 times fast. Cannot wait to see that battle unfold on Thursday night. But I will probably be on the Commanders, and that will only be escalated when we get the email tomorrow morning and Paul puts it in the rundown that the Green Bay Packers minus 3.5, number one bet at BetMGM. I can already see it coming. So can you, I'm sure.
Have you bet it?
No, have not. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm waiting.
I feel like we have to do it now based on everything that you're saying.
Fine.
Titans. Cam Ward. At home. They're a live dog against the Rams on the road. Was unimpressed with that Rams offense that I heard so much about all offseason. Cam Ward has a better performance if his receivers can actually catch the football. He had the toughest matchup on the road against that top-notch defense in your first game. We're going to see a better version of Cam Ward. I think the Titans are live.
Are you going to take the Titans at plus 215? Really?
Let's see. I think we can get there, though. I think so. I certainly like the plus 6 that is now available.
Oh, man. We're going to end up at the end of this segment with a nice 3-leg money line parlay. So already we've got the Commanders. If we were going to do this and play this forward, Commanders, and let me check another box on the Titans. So if we do Commanders to win, Titans to win, we're already at plus, I don't like that number, plus 666. Do not like that number. Abort.
No, we're out.
No. I thought for sure when you were going to tee up a dog, I thought you were going to say the Giants on the money line. Because I know that you're trying to speak it into existence with Jackson Dart, and that's all fine and dandy. It would not shock me at all if the Dallas Cowboys lost again. And then we hear about it, and why did they trade Parsons, and Schottenheimer's a dud, and Dak's cooked, even though Dak was just fine in week 1. It is funny because my initial thought yesterday was, Cowboys are probably a decent survivor league. And I wake up on Wednesday and want no part of that. None.
You are not alone. Alone. I've heard that a lot over the last couple of days. Oh, Cowboys. When else are you going to use them? They're not losing to the Giants. They're not losing to Russ.
Oh, they could. Oh, they could.
Of course they could. Absolutely. You think that defense is going to play that well again? We had no trust in them a week ago, and now they're fine because they did okay against the Eagles.
I have a question. Do you think the Giants' best defensive lineman is going to spit on Dak Prescott?
Will Dexter Lord spit on Dak Prescott? I don't think that's going to happen.
If he does, I no longer like the Giants as much as I would if he did not spit in Dak's face. Look, the wise guys, as wrong as they were week one on the Giants, I don't think they're fundamentally incorrect with the weaponry and with the team. I just think they have to move on from Russ. Because really that's the one equalizer. When the left tackle got ruled out, Andrew Thomas, Costos and I were on the air on Sunday. And I was talking about the Giants, and we had wise guys come on this show, and I was calling guys that love the Giants +6. Nick said when Thomas got ruled out, he was out. Mm-hmm. And that ended up being a pretty big deal. A revolving door at left tackle and a quarterback that just can't move like he used to. But if they make a change in that second half, and maybe we see a little bit more dart, maybe we get there. So I thought you were going to bring up the Giants. The team that I like, I think you're onto something potentially with Carolina. Do I want to get there on the money line, though? That's the problem, because this is a live dog segment. Ideally, we're talking dogs that could win outright. Carolina on the money line, best price you can find at Arizona is +259 at Chris. Most books about +240, +250. I like the 6.5, 7. I may get there on the money line when we get closer to the weekend. We'll see.
You could also take this as a segment where we're telling you big favorites to avoid in Survivor too, right?
Sure.
Because Dallas is going to be popular. Arizona is going to be popular after that Bryce Young performance. Yeah, I like that. The more and more I think about it. All right, a couple of shorter numbers. You tell me which one you like more. I got a 2.5 and a 3.5. Jacksonville at Cincinnati. That's the 3.5 number. Or Tampa Bay at Houston. Couple of shorter road dogs.
Probably Tampa. Houston's offensive line, man, is so bad. And I think that was pedestaled a little bit because the Rams do have a pretty decent defensive front, especially on the line. That Houston O-line's a problem. And I think that could be something that needs to be chronicled a little bit more. There's a lot of talk about C.J. Stroud and Nico Collins and all the weapons and all that, but they can't run the ball. And if they can't protect C.J. Stroud, could be a long year. I may have been a year early on the shorting of the Texans because I did it last year. I think it was right size, wrong shape. That O-line is horrible. Could be the worst in the league. I mean, they were 31st in the league in Pro Football Focus coming into the summer. So not far off from being the worst in the league already.